I am now going to do page 404, number 84, talking about lie detector tests. You have to look at number 82 first. When you read number 82, it says a federal report finds that lie detector tests given to a truthful person have a probability of 0.2 of suggesting that the person is deceptive. Okay, so right away I'm going to write that down. You write down the probability of someone telling the truth, but they get a lie reading, is equal to 0.2. What does that mean then about the people who tell the truth but get a truth reading? That's 0.8. Okay, moving on. It says a company has 12 job applicants. Right away, that's your N. About thefts from previous employers using a lie detector test to assess their truthfulness. Suppose that all 12 answer truthful. Let X equal the number of people who the lie detectors say are being deceptive. So if you go back, you know that this right here is your random variable X. Now going down to 84, it says find the probability of Y being greater than or equal to 10. Well, what's Y now? Y is the number of people who the lie detector says are telling the truth. So go back here. If I highlight, oops, I crossed it off. If I highlight this area, this is your capital letter Y. So now for the probability that Y is greater than or equal to 10, you're going to do 1 minus the binom. CDF, Y is a binomial. We have a fixed number of trials where you're going to put 12 for your number of trials, or I'm sorry, your fixed number of trials. You are going to put the probability 0.8 from right here. So 0.8. And then we want to know for 9 because that's what we don't want. We want 10 or more. So we don't want 9 or less than that. When you do that, you get the probability that Y is greater than or equal to 10 is equal to 0.5584. Now, the next part of the question says, how is this related to the probability of X is less than or equal to 2? Well, this should be the same. Why is that? And you can type that in your calculator and see that. It makes sense. Think about it. Y is the number of people who tell the truth and get a truth exam. So if 10 or greater are telling the truth, that's the same as 2 or less than that who are not telling the truth. And that is the reading, I mean. So let me rephrase that. You have a total of 12 people. Okay. This number right here says 10 or more of those 12 are getting a truthful reading on their lie detector test. Well, if 10 or more people are getting a truthful reading on their lie detector test, that's the same thing as 2 or less than that getting a false reading on their lie detector tests. It should be the same. Moving on, part B then says calculate the mean of Y and calculate the mean of your random variable X. That's NP because we're dealing with a binomial distribution. This one is on your formula sheet. You take 12 times 0.8. And then for the mean of your random variable X, you take 12 times 0.2. Okay. For the standard deviation now, how do those compare? They're going to be the same. Think about the commutative property of multiplication. You're multiplying the same thing under that square root. It's just in a different order. And again, this was problem number 84, page 404.